Nice to see you there already. Sorry, I'm a little late. Uh, Trying to lay off the cigarettes, man. I got a joint here, and I mean, I'm gonna quit smoking cigarettes. That's why I gotta say that. I just gotta say it like that. I'm quitting. I'm quitting. I mean, I quit. I'm not quitting. It's so hard. You're either quitting or you quit. I mean, you can't be because when you're quitting, you're still not quit. Uh, I can smoke joints. I'm allowing myself that one freedom. I think it's good for you, especially if you spent years of your life smoking cigarettes. This shit is an expectorant. It clears out your lungs, cleans them. Believe it or not, smoking can clean out your lungs. It's like I'm all silhouette here. Oh, I can see some features. I'm playing down here my little amphitheater that I made. I'll show you what I'm talking about here. I made this here little amphitheater last year because we had this like hill right here that was just like always eroding down here, and it was like this whole part of the yard we weren't doing anything with. My girlfriend was like, "We should do something with this," and we just started getting creative, and now it's like a nice area. We got a little garden there, and a rock wall, and a little patio. I'm gonna stand here and play some music here and just enjoy my amphitheater, my own personal amphitheater. Working on some stuff here lately. I got a couple new songs I'm working on. A couple old songs I'm giving new paint job kind of thing, remodeling. Sometimes I'll pull out an old song of mine and be like, oh, now I see what's cool about this. And I'll just be like, oh, this is what needed to happen with this song. And then I start crafting it, molding it into a different shape. So I was tuned before I start my show. Shill till you get ill. Shill until you drop. But so is anyone else here tired of the word shill? I would think that by now that would just be such a boring word to be using. It's just like, oh man, it's shill. He's a shill. She's a shill. Shill, shilly, shill, shill, shill. It's just so. It's like calling somebody a narc. Guy's a narc. Controlled opposition. Well, just govern yourself wisely, be a grown up, know how to discern what you think is correct and incorrect, and just use your judgment, carry on. No one's going to get hurt unless you start doing something really stupid. In which case, hopefully you learn from your lesson. Doesn't matter who's shilling. I mean, I guess it does matter if you're a shill caller, if that's all you worry about. But like, I notice when I go to these channels and they just start bringing up people's names and start diving in, just ripping apart their whole fucking deal. It's like, well, man, it's kind of rough, like, especially if you're not 100% correct, or if you're not sure. That really just makes you look like an asshole, or it just proves that you're an asshole. Because just to say it's kind of suspect because of this and that and the other thing, and then this connected to that, and he was wrong about that. It's like, so what, like, I don't care. Like, it doesn't give you enough proof to go around and just like fucking totally belittle someone's whole existence. It's just kind of rough, dude. I'm just not that much of an asshole. I'm not. So when I watch assholes doing that, I'm like, okay, I'm over it. I'm out. I'd rather learn about stuff. I already know human nature good enough. My lighter don't work. Looks like I ain't smoked nothing. I already know human nature, so I don't need someone to tell me who's a shill and who's not a shill. That's kind of like a matter of opinion, man. At this point, unless you got like you know, the establishment backing you, you can pretty much rest assured that like the establishment presented stuff is what shill is made of. If it's got the stamp of the establishment on it, you can rest assured that there is some other thing going on there. You're not getting the 100% of the truth, that's for sure. So many agendas at play, all of which are falling apart in real time as we speak. All of which were running strong when I was younger. There wasn't nobody questioning space and like fucking. There wasn't nobody wondering whether or not, you know, virology was legitimate or. I don't remember hearing anyone talk about any of that shit, you know? It's like the science is all being a big fucking mess of agenda. Like, I don't remember even having the thought before that, like, science could be totally hijacked easily. It's like, we got the best science money can buy. We got the best science money can buy. That's about the size of it right there. We got the best science that money can buy. I'm going to use that for a lyric. You got to shill till you're ill, and then still keep shilling. You got to shill like an ill man till you just get exposed, and then you better keep shilling. You can't lose. You can't change your character. You can't show people what's really going on. You can't admit to being a shill. Nobody's ever admitted to being a shill. I'm a shill. I'm a shill, and I shill so hard. I'm gonna shill like a motherfucker. Shill. Shill. So shill. Shill. Shill the hell up. I got nothing to shill. It's a problem. I'm gonna shill my music. My music is the best music. There's no better music. If you listen to it, you'll know, and you'll learn things, and you'll be like, "Wow, that is not shill music. That is the music that is beyond shill. It's what is the opposite of shill? Well, the opposite of shill would be to shill or not to shill. I don't know. After a while, the word just starts to sound weird, and it doesn't even make any sense anymore. Shill, what is that? It's just like this weird word. Shill. Shill is shill. So shill. I shill so hard. These guys got to have dreams. Shill. Just dreaming about shill. Oh, I'm gonna make a video about how he's a shill. It's gonna be so bad. I'd be all like, he's a shill, and then people would be like, whoa, no way, and I'll just blow everyone's mind because I'll point out how they're a shill. Life is good. Life is good. People are shills, and I see it, and I say it because I'm not scared. I know a shill, and I'll call it how I see it. And people are going to love me for it because they'll be like, oh, thank God he told me all the shills were shills. Now I can go back to just watching him. Because that's all he's got to teach, that everybody has nothing to teach. And so that's it. That's all you got to know. There's nothing to know except for what the shill caller tells you is true. And that shill caller better never try to sell me something. I like Jake the Asshole's book he's writing about how he pretended to be a flat earther and infiltrated the flat earth community, became the biggest, bestest flat earther ever. And then it was all a comedy bit he was doing. It was all a big joke because now he's not. Turns out he wasn't a flat earther. Now he's just an asshole. And he's like, I wrote a book about it. And it's like, book, I'm going to sell it to Globers and flat earthers. And I'll make money shilling off both of them. I am the uber shill, the one, the all-encompassing shill. The duality, the trinity of shill. I'm Jake the shill, mega shill. All right, all this shill talking, I'm going to have to go get my lighter so I can smoke my joint, because something about talking and doing things makes me want to smoke joints. Does this lighter work? Maybe if I put these two lighters together, I can get one. The one, the only, the special, Oh, there we go. Oh, maybe not. Fuck that shit, man. I quit. Play a little song from the Old Testament about such a story as the story of Sodom and Gomorrah, where God was just all, you're through. You know, you can't explain that one away scientifically. It's like you can sort of say, oh, well, the flood happened because it was like just like a natural scientific, like, you know, it was like it's a grand reset on a natural scale. It happens, you know, it's like the water fills, you know, and everything floods and then it sinks back down. It's scientifically proven. But like, you can't say that Sodom and Gomorrah was like a scientifically, you know, it's like, oh, the science. I mean, well, actually, that was an act of God. That's the one time where science is like, oh, that was actually just an act of God. But that was God right there. But everything else is science. Just the song of Gomorrah. Wonder what they did there. Well, it must have been a bad thing to get shot down for, to get shot down for. I wonder how they blew it up, or did they burn it down? Get out, get out, don't you look around, don't you look around. Order somebody from the sky. I heard a voice inside my head. The desert wind so dry, a desert wind so dry. But I heard a voice tell me to flee, the very voice that I believe said a lot of trouble's coming, it don't have to come to you. Tell you so you can tell the rest what you went through. Tell the rest what you went through. Well, you're a good, upstanding man, a credit to the flock. But if you don't face straight ahead, you might not take the shock. Well, you might not take the shock. Don't you look around you, don't look after you. It's not your business how it's done. You're lucky to get through. You're just lucky to get through. I heard a voice tell me to flee, the very voice that I believe said a lot of trouble's coming, it don't have to come to you. I'm telling you so you can tell the rest what you went through. Tell the rest what you went through. The city of the damned, but nothing there but fire. The wife of Lot got turned to salt because she looked behind her. Because she looked behind. Because she looked behind. called the half that's just plain wrong. For you, you can see one man, that's me, standing here. That looks like all that's happening. But little do you know, inside my head I can hear two voices carrying on, always talking back and forth, and rarely do they ever agree. It's just what's happening inside of me 24/7. And it's got to the point where I understand both points being made, and I'm just like a third observer sitting there watching what is going on. All of this is happening up in my head. Oh, my head is getting dizzy. Standing up is kind of tricky. I think I'm breaking down. The situation's getting sticky. Oh, take your expectations and throw them all out the window. You're not getting it. Sometimes you're correct, the rest of the time you're just plain wrong. That's the name of the song. You can sing along if you like, but you're never gonna learn shit till you pull your fingers out your ears and start singing la 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 la. La 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 la. Spinning and spinning around, spinning all day long, spinning. Your head is spinning out of control, out of control. Your head is spinning out of control. You're spinning ahead. Will your head keep on spinning till it unscrews, rolls off your shoulders, hits the ground and rolls downtown, rolling further to the beach, out of reach, down into the bay, rolling all the way. Your head goes rolling into the undertow. Look, there it goes. If you see my head, rest of dizzy. Standing up is kind of tricky now. I think I'm breaking down. Situation's gotten sticky now. Sticky now. It's the way. You like it's just the way you like you like just the way you like the way you like it. It's just the way you like the way you like the way you like just the way you like the way you like the way you like. What's the way you like? What's the way you like? What's the way? My head is getting dizzy. That you like standing up is kind of tricky. Standing up is kind of tricky. It's the way that you like it. It's just the way that you like it. Living the life of a standing is random. Living the life of a standing is random. You're just standing there. You don't stand out that much. You're just a part of the scenery. That's all you really seem to be. You're just a flop in the backdrop there. You're not supposed to be given much thought. And at the end of the day, you'll get paid, but you're just expected to go away. Cause you're just another dumb schmuck stuck in a tough luck situation that you really had no hand in. You're just another standing. And you're random. Living the life of a standing is random. And it gets hard to stand in. Set that's been contrived by someone else's mind. Where your role has been well defined. Don't try to color outside these lines. You'll only ruin the shot. And you'll miss your spot in the spotlight. Sidelines there. There's a man in the crowd wearing a look on his face of utter abandon. Yes, it's you the stand-in. That was random. rules of the standing. Yeah, you get taken for granted. But it's important, you know, very important, you know. Life goes on after the show. You think you belong to is over. Everyone has to go back to what they were doing before you all put on a little show. Yeah, and in the real world, the heroes are rarely ever known. 'Cause no one cares, they're all at home, stuck from their boob tube or their YouTube, tuning out the real world outside that carries on, comparing these people who seem so courageous and brave on their set and their stage, like this man who would throw it all away just to save the day, as he clutches the hand of his true love while she's dangling above a bottomless pit, and his other arm is stretched out to its full length as he clings to the lowest rung of the rope ladder that's been hung from a helicopter there, and hovers above in the sky, right as the pilot wings by, a fucking lightning bolt strikes. Somehow they escaped, 'cause it's all a movie. It's fake. It's not even real. It's no consequence to you. What these people really do, they're just acting. And you are standing there living the life. Yeah. You're living the life of a standing. 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 Life of a standing. Life of a why would you live the life of a stand? I don't know. He was a good stand-in, though. I don't know where he stood off to. We'd take him back right away. He was great at standing there. He always understood with standing position. He was a standard standing. A standard standy man. He's a good man to have when you need stand-ins on hand. You understand the standing, standy bus. It was a very standard standy-o. He stood for standy things. He stood for standing. It's understood that he's a stand-in. Can't stand out. That's frowned upon. That song was directed at the NPCs of the world. Don't be offended. Don't be offended. I think what people should start doing now, when anyone wants to start talking about space, the fact they think we're flying around the sun. They're trying to say we're flying around it. That's some funny shit. That's like crazy talk, you know what I mean? That's just like nuts. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? You think we're around that thing? You got that backwards, dude. I mean, right? I'm not tripping. I mean, that thing is going over the top of us. You think we're flying around that? How in the fuck would that work? That doesn't make any sense. So it's just silly, dude. That's stupid. That's crazy talk. That's crazy. You're nuts. You're nuts. That's crazy. I don't care who told you that's what's happening. I mean, I'm just think about it though. I mean, that's fucking insane. Dude. That's insanity. That's utter insanity. There's no way anybody should take that serious. Please, just stop. Stop with that shit. You can talk to your face turns blue, man. Talk is cheap, dude. The thing is going over the top of us. If you want to say we're spinning around that thing, well, you got a lot of work to do, boy. To make me satisfied, I'm going to have to leave here and I have to look back at it and watch what you're talking about in my own two eyes. And even then, I'll have a hard time believing it. But at least at that point, I won't be arguing with you anymore. Because right now, the way it stands, that's some crazy talk. That's utter insanity. Just, you lost me, bro. That's definitely not happening. I can assure you that you're tripping. And there's absolutely zero evidence to support that, really. It's just like, okay. I mean, it's like saying, oh, I fell over. Actually, the ground fell up and hit my face. It's the same thing, right? But no, but you fell over. That was what happened, actually. The ground didn't fly up and hit your face because then it would have hit everybody else's face. But just you fell over. So that's actually what happened. You can say the ground came up and hit you in the face, but it didn't hit anybody else in the face, so that doesn't really check out. So, sorry. It's about that dumb. Once upon a bit space and time, where you can curve in a straight line, put a dumb idea in your mind and think it's true. Well, we all called, said it's not true at all. The earth is flat, it's not a ball. You thought we were kidding you, and you used to laugh about it. All the things we were talking about. Now you really don't talk so loud. Now you're not laughing about the fact that we point out what you believe just isn't real. And how does it feel finding out your home is a different story than you've been told? And it's been safe right here under the dome. It's a stationary stone. Well, you went to the same school we all did, that's cool, but you know they never really taught you anything true in it. They never told you how to go out and prove any of this stuff yourself. You just got used to it, and now you seem to be compromised. And you look up into the alleged vacuum of the sky and think to yourself, how do I know if that's even real? How does it feel when you find out yours is a completely different story than what you were told? You're safe here under this vaulted dome. It's that stationary stone. You never turned around to see the frowns on the Neil deGrasse clowns when they played their tricks on you. You don't understand that it ain't no good. You shouldn't let people like that tell you what the fuck is true. I gotta go plug this thing in. It's about to die. My phone's about to die. I'll play this thing till the wheels fall off, but I'd rather plug it in. Well, you used to ride on a chrome horse with your diplomat, who carried on his shoulder his Siamese cat. Ain't it hard when you discover that it was all a massive load of bull crap? After they made you laugh at things that were real. Oh, how does it feel? How does it feel when you find out you're home? It's a whole different story to be told. You're safe here under this dome, and it's a stationary stone. rolling anywhere. Can you ever hear space music again? Your mysterious myths that I wish to destroy. Can you ever hear cheesy space music again? Now that you know space is a joke, it's a big joke. You think we're going around that thing? That's crazy talk. That thing's going around us. What are you talking about, man? That's crazy talk. The third stone from the sun. I don't see any stones up there. What are you talking about, man? There's no stones flying around the sun. Well, the moon might be considered kind of stony, I guess. But that's just one stone, that's not three. We're supposed to be on the third stone from the sun. That's why they say third stone from the sun, because it's Earth. Because we're like, it's so obvious. We're like these stones going on the sun. Totally obvious, dude. All the years roll by. Melt into a dream. A broken angel sings from a guitar. In the end, you'll hear that song. Stella Blue. All the cards are down. And there's nothing left to see. There's just these pavement here and vanished years. In the end, you'll hear that song. Street that's ever been. Stella Blue, Stella Blue, Stella Blue, Stella Blue. I've stayed in every blue light cheap hotel. And in the end you'll hear that song. Come crying like the night. And it seems like all this life was just a dream. Stella Blue, 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 Stella Blue. Out here on the edge, looking at the valley below, where the ocean once flowed. Out here on the edge, I can see the other side, but the valley is wide. Out here on the edge, we dangle our legs off of the ledge. Out here on the edge, you better leave before the sun disappears, or you'll never find your way out of here. Out here on the edge, no one in the world has a clue what happened to you. Out here on the edge, it took almost a day just to climb. We had no idea what we were gonna find. Out here on the edge, you're alone with your thoughts, and that's when you get lost. Out here on the edge, I've seen and heard a lot of things. I've seen people beg, I've heard people scream. Out here on the edge, you could end it all with one fall. many years ago when I stumbled down below, down into this rabbit hole. It was many years ago when I stumbled down below, down into this rabbit hole. It was many years ago when I stumbled down below, and many years ago when I stumbled down into this rabbit hole. It was many years ago, and I never came out again. I fell down a rabbit hole, tangled in my soul, and I landed in this dream. Nothing seems the same, nothing seems the same. So I folded my hand, forfeit all I had, and I pray to God I can return to who I am. Pray to God I can. And for the first time in a long time, I'm breaking down, breaking down, breaking down. Yeah, for the first time in a long time, I'm breaking down, yes, I'm breaking down. But there's still something left I haven't broken yet, and it occurs to me, it appears to me, I will find a way, I will find a way, I will find a way. But now I'm underground, and I'm forced to look around. I'll remember that I'm late again, but then I have to play, yes, I have to play. And the rules of the game, it turned out, could not be changed. The only way to win is to learn to enjoy being on the losing end. You gotta lose to win, yes, you must lose to win. And for the first time in a long time, I'm opening up, I'm opening up. For the first time in a long time, I'm opening up, yes, I'm opening up. But there's still some doors left that I haven't opened yet. But if they appear to me, I will turn my key, I will turn my key, I will turn my key. And I'm struggling there's still some words left. I haven't spoken yet, and if they occur to me, I will sing them loud. I will sing them loud. I will sing them proud. Where did my runaway dog run off to now? What did you do to help yourself forget about all the things I can't forget? Did you forgive yourself? Did you forgive yourself? And will you forgive? Will you forgive everyone else? It's taking all you've got to get right here. I hope you don't plan on disappearing soon. Don't plan on disappearing. Don't plan on disappearing soon. I hope you don't plan on disappearing soon. Oh, buddy, yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, no, oh, fine. Take me away, take me away, take me away to some other land. Gotta get away from that girl before I can trade. She took my love away. To another man. Wanna get away from that girl before I go crazy. Woo! Take me away, take me away to some other land. I gotta get away from that girl before I go crazy. She took my love away, took it to another man. Gotta get away from that girl before I go crazy. Take it away. Hello very much. Hi, Creek Mary. Hi, 16 Alpha V. I gotta go piss. I'll be right back. Give me like 2 or 3 minutes. Sorry about that. What are we looking at for battery charge? 8%? Jeez, this thing charges slow now. Used to charge a lot faster. Who all's in here? Jessica Hobbs, Saddle Bum, 16 Alpha V, Creek Mary, Lev Kung Fu Shaolin. Nice to see you, Lev. Lev's my buddy. We jump around the same shows all day long. It's fun. See you here, I'll see you there, I'll see you everywhere. We got the same taste and shit. So, you guys watched. See, I remember Ronnie and Jason from a long time ago, but I don't remember them being such assholes. Like, I guess they were kind of. They really turned into like some serious major dicks. Like, they're just all mean, you know, just all so presumptuous and just. I don't care, like, if you think somebody's. I mean, they think that if you're wrong about something, or if they think you're wrong about something, then it's like you're just open game to just be ridiculed and like made fun of and like joked on and made videos out of how stupid you are and or what a shill or how you work for the government or something. It's like they're so ready to just devour you if you make a mistake or something. It's like, dude, like I think people mostly want to learn stuff. I mean, maybe they seem to get like a sub, they boost in their subs and they started talking about shills or something. There is a certain percentage of people that would rather just be watching soap operas or something, you know, and they got pulled into flat earth somehow. But so they're just like, oh, there's got to be some flat earth soap operas going on. It's like real life drama. Oh, Dave Weiss is a shill? Oh, I didn't know. Oh, I heard it from RV. Who's that? I don't know. Okay. Well, good thing you got your discernment working for you there. RV. Real. Very. RV. What could that stand for? Requiring verification. Requesting vitriol. What does RV stand for? Righteous. Righteous voices. RV stands for rude, void. RV stands for radically vengeful. RV stands for ruthlessly vaccinated. RV stands for right. Come on, help me out here. This is not very participant driven here. Don't you guys have any ideas for what RV stands for? RV stands for rowdy. How do I get vouchers? I can't think of anything that starts with V. Vin. V. Rimrun. Rim videos. My real last name is Coe. My name is Forrest Coe, not Forrest Gump. Forrest Coe, C-O-E. So I thought it'd be funny when the whole COVID thing happened. I'd be like, oh, I should just make my own channel called. They have Russian vids. I should have COVIDs because that's my name is Coe, and I can be making vids, short for videos. COVIDs. I'm gonna sell out. I'm gonna shill. I'm shilling till I get ill from shill. I got ill from too much shill. If you watch too much shill, you get ill. But we got a jab for that. Get the shill jab. You get jabbed against the shill, so next time you come in contact with the shill, you won't be sick. You won't be ill from the shill if you get the shill jab. Get the shill shit. You got to get the shill shingle shill jab. It'll immunize you from shillers, and they try to shill on you, and you'll be like, nope, I got my shill immunization intact. It's a shill vax. It keeps you safe from shillage. Shillage in the village, and it was free. It didn't cost you any shillings. Shilly. It's so shilly. You guys are boring, man. You got nothing to say. What kind of chat is this? What do I got to talk about? I got to talk about like 24 hours of sun in Antarctica. How boring. You know there's no 24-hour sun in Antarctica, if there is such a place. You know why I know that? Well, because check it out. I know there's a 24-hour sun in the north because my dad used to live up there and he used to watch it, see it. And I trust my dad since I came from him. So I can verify that just on my own faith in my father. And so then, so that therefore there's a central spot. It gives me the impression there's a central location here on Earth where the sun really does hang out. Like, you know, like people up there get all kinds of sunlight at a certain time of year. So that gives you the impression that, well, maybe that's like a center place. That's a center location because, like, for what it's worth, I mean, if you're to think about Earth as being like a huge region, there's one place where it's always pretty warm, right? Well, what would that place be? Well, think about it. The place that gets the most sun. Well, wouldn't that be the place where it's like all sun all the time? No, 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 no. Because the sun moves across the entire plane that we live on. And so that means it's got to go back and forth. So if it's going back and forth, that means the place that's in the middle is going to get the most of it, right? So the middle of this place is where you're going to get the most sun. It starts up in the top part, and in the middle, the top of the ball, starts in the middle and then just starts working its way out. You know, when you get down to starts in the center, and then it gets out into the middle of the plane. That's what I meant to say. The middle of the plane, halfway across. Well, I guess that's. Anyways, that's half. That's the circle the sun makes. It's halfway there. It's like the biggest circle it makes, and then you get the smallest circle it makes, and then you have a halfway point. That's where it's going to get the most sun because it's going across that twice. Boom, boom, both ways it gets the sun. I guess that makes sense to me. I think that makes sense. Yeah, so that would mean the equator would be where it would be the warmest, right? And so the spot where it starts in the center, that would be where it gets the 24 hours of light. But then as it moves out, you know what I mean? The circles get bigger. And like it's going over the land. So you have to think about it like the circle's being made over the land. The land, if you start spreading out from say you start in a center spot, if you start spreading out from there, like if you just think about like a perimeter that's just expanding out from that one central spot where the sun, 24 hours of light, sunlight, sun, 24 hours of sun right in the center. If you start spreading out from there on the land, though, on the ground part, because the sun is going overhead. So now think about how the ground is being affected. So if you have a circle in the middle, in the very middle, and then start expanding that circle out, it gets wider because the sun's making bigger circles as it moves away from that center spot. So it's getting wider and wider. That perimeter that you were talking about is getting bigger and bigger. Now that perimeter we're talking about here, it can only grow. It can never shrink. Think about it. If you were to measure a perimeter on the ground, an enclosed perimeter, can you draw a smaller perimeter around the outside of it? No, it's impossible. It's foolish to think that's possible. You can't do it on a small scale. This is the kind of thing that scales out. The bigger the circle, doesn't matter. You're never going to be able to make a smaller circle around the outside of another circle. You understand? It's foolish to think that. It's ridiculous to think that. You have to be fucking brainwashed to think that because you can go demonstrate this to yourself outside. Go draw a circle on the ground. And now draw a smaller circle around the outside of it. You're going to be sitting there for a while trying to figure that one out because it ain't going to happen. That's logic. It doesn't even need to be said out loud except for the fact that I'm trying to make a point here. Take that one observation, that simple observation. If you don't understand what I'm saying right there, then you're just retarded. Just rewind and listen again or something because it fucking makes sense. I'm saying, do I have to go demonstrate? Do I have to do it? Or I have to kind of say it? Is that good enough? Draw a circle on the ground with a piece of chalk and pavement and draw a circle. Now, there's a place that's inside the circle. That's the area within the circle. Step outside of that circle. You're not in the circle anymore. Now you're going to make another circle around the outside of that circle that you just made. So it's going to be a bigger circle. I can't explain it any more clearly than that. So you can't make a smaller one out around the outside of that circle. That's impossible. That doesn't even need to be said. Okay, so now scale that out. All right. It's not going to be any different of a situation the bigger the circle gets. Okay, just understand this. This is fact. Scale that out. Now imagine this. The sun is making circles, small circles in the middle in the center of our plane, right? That's where it gets 24 hours of sunlight. Okay, understand that. That's true. It's fact. People, we don't need to argue about that. Okay, so and then it has to come out and cover the rest of the earth, right? So it starts moving in bigger circles, right? So we're going to mimic that movement on the ground now. So, like I said, can you draw a smaller circle around the outside of another circle? No, you can't. It's fucking impossible. It's never going to happen. Scale that out. The circles only get bigger. It makes perfect fucking sense. It's just obvious reality. Circles only get bigger. So by the time you get out to the part of the world where there's a 2 mile thick ice shelf, that's the biggest circle the sun makes, right? That's right before the sun. The biggest circle the sun makes is right before that. All right. So that's hence the 2 mile thick piece of ice. You don't find 2 miles of ice. 2 miles. That's 11,000 feet plus. Okay, so you don't find that kind of ice cube anywhere else in the world. You see cold places in the earth, sure, but you're not going to find that. And so that's the biggest circle the sun makes. You can't make a smaller circle around the outside of another circle. That's not going to happen. So there's no fucking way you're going to get 24 hours sun in any one spot in Antarctica. Now, you are going to get a 24-hour sun in Antarctica, but Antarctica is the biggest circle the sun makes. It's a ring shape. So technically, there is 24 hours of sun in Antarctica every year, but it's not in any one spot. It's in the whole entirety of it, which is a ring. And then it starts circling back towards the middle again. It does a whole cycle all over again. So my point being, it's impossible for there to be a 24-hour sun in Antarctica unless there's some weird, anomalous, crazy shit going on that really shouldn't be happening. Just all logic aside, maybe it could happen, but if we're thinking logically, no, it doesn't make sense. It can't. Oh, but if we live on a ball, yeah, if we live on a ball, you know what? Then we have to accept the fact there's people standing upside down 8,000 miles under me. I can't accept that. I don't have any reason to accept that. Sorry. I don't care. You can try to produce some evidence that proves that, but you're not going to. It hasn't been done yet. That's why there's so many flat earthers. Am I right? I'm right. I gotta find something to drink. I'm so thirsty. So that's how I know there's no 24 hours of sun in Antarctica, except for the entirety of it, of course. But that's not what we're trying. The challenge or the experiment is to go stand there in one spot and see the sun for the whole day, all 24 hours. And that's impossible because the sun makes bigger circles. By the time it gets down to the 2 mile thick piece of ice, that's the biggest circle the sun makes. It's not going to start making smaller circles all of a sudden. You can't make a smaller circle around the outside of another one. Like they say, if you own the entire northern hemisphere, all that area known as the northern hemisphere, that would make the equator your property line. East and west are circles by definition. That's what they are. That's what they'll say on the globe too. So therefore, the equator, I guess, could be circling your northern hemisphere property. You could say it circles the southern hemisphere. That doesn't make any sense. That's two different areas. Anyways, not to get too confusing, but if you were to own the whole northern hemisphere, okay, and that the equator would be your property line, right? Let's say you want to buy more property. You want to add more property because you only own half the world. You want to buy more. So you add more property to your property that you already had. Is your property line going to be bigger now? Because we're supposed to think the biggest circle you can make on Earth is 24,000 miles around. Okay, so if you had that as your property line, that would mean you'd own half the world. So what if you want to buy more property? Are you going to have a bigger property? Because when you buy property, there's a specific measurement that you get. The dimensions of your property, you get a specific measurement and you have the area within that measurement. So if you owned the entire northern hemisphere, there would be a specific measurement that you own, and it would be a 24,000 mile roughly fucking circumference, right? So say you want to add more property, an even amount of property around the whole entire perimeter. Okay, so now, obviously I'm buying more property. I'm going to have more land. I'm going to have a bigger property line, right? Because that's how it works. When you buy more property, you have a bigger property line. Am I right? Yeah, I'm right. This is kind of a weird case here because it turns out when you do it like this, when you own half the world and then you buy more property, now your property line is going to start shrinking. What? Get out of here. How could you add more area and have a smaller perimeter? How do you fit more area into a smaller perimeter? Tell me. Somebody please explain that. I'll wait until someone comes up with an explanation because it doesn't make any sense. We're supposed to believe that if somebody owned the entire northern hemisphere and they bought more property, that their property line would be smaller than it was before. Is that what I'm supposed to believe? I just want to know. Nobody ever answers me. I don't think that makes any sense, personally. Because you would have more area to encircle. It doesn't make any fucking sense. We're supposed to think that you would start getting smaller circles past the equator. How does that make any sense? How the fuck does that make any sense? Somebody please help me. Just tell me, please. It doesn't make sense. So therefore, I can't accept it as being fact. And that's brutal, because then I'm just basically blowing against the wind of the whole entire establishment. But just think about that. That's what people accept as being fact? Fuck. Oh, they have to get smaller past the equator. Derp. Okay, back to my riddle. It's like if you own whatever's in this circle, and you can keep drawing circles around the outside of it, so your property would keep expanding, right? You only own what's in the circle, and it keeps expanding. You're going to own the whole world someday, right? Nope, not if you live on a globe. The most you'll ever own is half the world, because after you get past the equator, the circles start getting smaller. So if you only own what's in the circle, you're just going to start losing property at that point. It doesn't make any sense, but that's just life on a globe. Life on a globe doesn't make sense. And if you win the concentric circle lottery, you should know to stop halfway across the world, because that's the most you'll ever own. You only own what's in the circle. There'll never be circling area that you don't own, because you own what's in the circle. You get down to the equator, you've circled the entire northern hemisphere. Now you make another circle past the equator, and suddenly that circle is around a whole different area, and it's a smaller circle. How does that work? It's magic, because living on a globe is like magic. You need magic to make it work. If you don't have magic, you can't have a globe life. You need magic to live on a globe. That's what you need. You need magic. We call it gravity. It's a certain elusive force, so to say, that can't be isolated or experimented on or manipulated. It's very magical. It's anomalous science. It's the kind of science you can't science. Don't science the science. Don't science it. Stop sciencing the science. Stop shilling for this science. Science has just become shill. We should just call science shill. The shill method. I practice the shill method, where I just say something and then I just say that's fact. Black matter is a fact. It's dark matter. It's fact. It's fact. We have antimatter. It's the opposite of matter. It doesn't matter. That's fact. It's fact that antimatter doesn't matter. It's the opposite of matter. It's meaningless. Just this long con that's been going on. It's a long con. They've been conning. It's a long con. Do you know about the long con? Been going on the long con. Do you know about the long con? Been going on the long con. There's a long ongoing con that's been going on and on and on. They're conning you senseless. They're conning you senseless. And you sense this, and your sense is just gone. The con runs on. The con runs on lies. The liars have laid. They leave layers and layers and layers of lies. The truth has protective layers. That's what they say. The truth has protective layers you can peel away. The layers are the lies. The liars have laid. They leave their layers and layers disguise the truth. But you can't hide truth from me. To test it, you will see. You can put me through the test. You can put me through the test. You can put me through the test. You will see that I'm better than the rest. Yeah, that's me. That's who I hope to be. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. That's who I am. Who are you? Do you know that what you're doing could ruin it for the rest of us? Well, step down from your throne before you're thrown down from the steps. Well, that's what's coming next for you. You test it. Yes, sir, you guessed it. You're like a one-eyed peg leg, one-eyed peg leg. Pirate with the parrot, parroting your narrative, your loosely knit narrative. But since your ship has sailed, since the ship has sunk, my ship, since your ship has sailed, you failed to be a leader for me. What led you to believe that you could be a leader who would lead this way? A good leader don't leave you to drown at sea. A good leader don't lead you where you don't want to be. A good leader don't feed you what you don't want to eat. Make you choke down something you don't want to swallow. A leader is someone that you want to follow. What led you to believe that you could be a leader who would lead this way? Well, your brain's wrecked. You're trying to cash a rain check to buy a ticket to a train wreck. You better get your brain checked. I expect more from you. And you can put me through the test. You can put me through the test. You can put me through the test. You will see that I'm better than the best. Yeah, that's me, obviously. Yes, sir, yes, ma'am. That's who I am. Who are you? Do you know that what you're doing's fucking wrong? You're part of the long, ongoing con that's been going on and on. It's the long, ongoing con that's been going on and on. The long, ongoing con. All right, folks, I gotta go. Love you. Thanks for watching my show. Watch me tomorrow, too.